Hi guys, so in the last section we have seen how to join multiple tables. Now a little bit about navigation in the tables, how to move, add new record. Like I have clicked on 6 records, so these are the navigation buttons. Here you can see this is the first record, this is the previous record. Here it is giving total records. Like if I will click on third record, so it's showing 3 or 5 records. This is to navigate to next record, navigate to last record, add a new record, or search. So keep in mind, search means if I will enter 4, press enter. Okay, so data sheet view, 4 is not there, 5, automatically it has moved to student ID 5. So in whichever column or field I will click, I can search any data in that field. So if you are having 1000 records in a student table, you want to find a record of John, so automatically as soon as you type, it will move to the record where John is mentioned. Okay, this is for next record, for last record. Add a new record, click here, new, or you can go to home. These are cut, paste, ascending order, descending order. Definitely we'll be having some more review about all these options. This home, and then you can do here. So this was all about navigation. Now we'll move to next stage, the forms. What are the forms in Access? How we use the forms, and on what occasions shall we use the forms? Click on any table, let's say student table. Now in this one you can see you can't do any formatting. Whatever fields you have defined, student ID, student name, grade ID, session fee, all these headers are appearing the same as you have defined in the table. You cannot do formatting, you can't colorize floor color or something like this. Anyways, here you can do it, but again the complete table color has been changed. I keep it to automatic. Okay, so to give a format for the student record, because all the student records are appearing here, but to have a particular format, or for example if you want to city ID, now city ID is again you need to open the city table to see city ID code 1 corresponds to which city name. So you need to open city table, and here it shows London, but remember in the student table it is storing ID 1. Now click on the city table. Another thing to have a look, that you can click this plus sign, which will show you that city, if you remember, I will open relationship. Now city ID or city table is linked to student table. The fields are city ID, and in the student table also city ID. So city ID is linked with city ID. Click on the city table, click on plus sign. Wow, you can see it is showing the related record again. Now in this city table you can see that how many students are based in London. Click on plus sign, it will show you this one, 2 students. Westminster, click on plus sign, oh, 2 students. Yorkshire, 1 student. Manchester, no student. Northampton, no student. So this is how you can see that, okay, in this one, in London, how many students are living there. Click on the student. Now this one, that appears. Okay, here what we need to do now, we need to define, okay, we'll close all these windows. So you have now you have learned that how to navigate in between the records and how to see the related records. We'll close this table, student table. Yes. Okay, our main table is student. So click on that table, go to create, click on form. Now in the form you have many options: form design, blank form wizard, or navigation, more forms. So we'll take the first option. Create a form that lets you enter information for one record at a time. Remember, I have clicked on student table, then click on form. Let's see what happens now. A little magic which access gives you. So here also in the bottom line you can see that creating the new form or report. Press Control break to stop. My system is a bit slow anyway. Okay, now you can see this is a form. So automatically the header or the icon is appearing as of access. Automatically the title is appearing from the table name. Table name was student, so student is appearing. And this form has taken all the fields which we have defined in the student table. Now on this form as well we have navigation buttons. Record 1 of 5, you can move to the next record. It is showing all the record one by one. So this gives you or to user a very clear view of the record about one single student. Student ID 6, student name Kevin, grade ID 7, section 2017, fees £20,000, city ID 1, country ID 1, and you can enter, of course, telephone as well. This is the record selector, which will select the record, and then you can copy and paste this information somewhere else, wherever you want. Now to modify the form, here again you can see city ID is 1. Now for a new user, or let's say an accountant has left the school and a new accountant is there, he will get confused. What does this city ID means? One is maybe Las Vegas, one is New York, or one is London, or one means Manchester. Same like for country ID 1, country ID 1, what does it mean? Maybe the telephone number, the code 1 for US, but that's not right. Now to give ease to the user, what we'll do, we'll open form in a design view. Now you can see this is the form header and this is the detail section. Now remember, in detail section your all records will appear in detail section, and below that form footer is there. You can modify the format. Now appearance, what I was talking about, that form gives an appearance to the screen. If you want to remove this icon, you can remove it. Just press delete. Okay, background color, fill any color, whatever you want. Okay, now this one, for color you can change. So this is a label basically. I will change the color to which one? Okay, now student you can see. Okay, in the detail section you can fill the color as well in the detail section. So this is automatically a label. This is called label, and these are text boxes where you can enter the data. Labels, in general life also you have seen label. What does label mean? Label is just for display the caption. So because we know the student, of course this form belongs to a student table, so we'll put just ID, name. Okay, we don't want to show grade ID. Grade is enough. Same like city, country. You can format these also now. Okay, I will select all these fields, change the color of these fields. Okay, you can change the special effect or the layout or the appearance of the field. Okay, here you can see you can change this is the Calibri, and the font size, you can change the font size as well. And this is a layout, So whatever you made, you will make the changes, it will be applied to this complete layout. If you want to remove the layout and apply individually formatting to a different field, you can right click, go to layout, remove layout. Now you can decrease or increase the size of a particular field, because ID of course cannot be lengthier than that. Student name, grade as well, session, okay, session also. Now you can move also to, because presently it's occupying a lot of space on the screen, so you can move that one as well. Change the size of the field, field as well, it's having too much length, so you can move. City, okay, city is having still too much length, okay. Country, adjust the size, move on to this one, and telephone, reduce the size, and this one. Even the student name cannot be that much long, okay. Keep length at this level and reduce the size. So now you can see we have arranged in a form, we have made some arrangements, the length and the appearance of these text boxes. Now what we were talking about, that text boxes, still okay. Well, now we'll run the form again. Right click, save. Okay, form name, I will put it as FRM, so it's always visible to, if the objects mean table, queries or forms, so give a prefix FRM student. FRM means form student. Same like for the table also, you can use a prefix TBL and then student, TBL grade, TBL country, TBL city. This will be useful when we'll be doing programming at the later stage for the forms, to put some formulas, things like this. So ultimately you will remember that, okay, if the form is a student form, if you want to refer to a student form, so the name of the form is FRM student. It will not give confusion to anybody, or to the programmer or developer, or to yourself as well. Now this is a text box. What we will do, what we want to do basically, okay, first I will show you save and then form view. Now this is how the form is appearing, so it looks in better format. If you agree, of course you can change the coloring and formatting of these forms. Right click, go to design view. Now see one more thing, still the city is appearing as one, country as one. Now if I want to change, I say, okay, John is not based in London, one corresponds to London. John is based in Manchester. Now I don't remember the code of Manchester, so this system should give me flexibility, so that rather without leaving this screen, I should have the list of city or list of countries, so that I can select, and the corresponding code will be saved in student table. For that we'll be using combo box. Combo box is basically a drop down list. So this text box, now in 2007, 2010 and 2013, even 2016, now we can change an object means this text box, to any other kind of object. Right click, you can see this option, change to. Available options are label, list box, combo box. Combo box is basically a drop down list. List box is having fixed length or height, and then it will display multiple records. So for the time being, now we'll use combo box, which is the best option for these kind of fields. Click on combo box. Now you can see the drop down icon is there. Okay, click F4, press F4 on the keyboard, or right click, go to properties. Now this is a property of this city ID combo box. By default, city ID. Okay, click on other. The name of this object is city ID. Data. Now for the time being, this field, because every field is linked with a table field. You can change the control source, which is the table field, from here. Now here I can select student name as well, grade ID, but of course as the label is city, so we should select city ID, which is already there. Now row source. Now to show the corresponding city name, what shall we do? From where this record shall be brought in, so we'll select city table. Or the other method, you can write SQL also, SQL query, select from city. We take all the records from city, either this or this, both ways you can select. Okay, we'll select the city table. Bound column 1. Bound column means that, okay, we'll go to, I'll close this bound column just to show you that what does it mean bound column. Bound column means the city is linked with one field, so bound column should be one only. Again, right click, go to properties, bound column 1. Okay, go to format now, column count. Now from the city table, how many fields should be shown here in this drop down? We have only two fields, the city ID and city names. Will put 2, column width. Now keep in mind one thing. Okay, for the time being we'll leave like this, column width automatic. Okay, and I will close this one. Save the form, we'll close this relationship window, run the form view. Now still, oh, it doesn't solve our purpose, right? But what we can do, just drop it down and you will see, oh, London is appearing, Westminster, Yorkshire, Manchester, Northampton. The user is very happy now. The accountant says, wow, this is great. I can see 3 Yorkshire. So if the student is based in Yorkshire, he can select now. So automatically 3 is there. He doesn't need to enter anymore. He is not worried that whether he is entering the right code or not, because he has seen in the drop-down list. Now 1 is still appearing. If I will move to the other record, if I want to refer to what does 2 means, so the accountant will drop it down. He will say 2 means Westminster. Okay, I will just increase the length of this field. Move this also. Now I will run the form again. Okay, now it's very clear. 1 London is Westminster. Okay, I will navigate to the other record. 3 I don't know to which name correspond. The accountant will drop down. He will say Yorkshire. Okay, he lives in Yorkshire, which is fine. Okay, now it's correct. So if there is any mistake, he can rectify as well. But what do you think, instead of 2, if it shows here the city name itself, that will be more good. So right click, go to design view of the form. If any other field is selected, click on that field, right click, properties, go to format, column count 2. Now column width we have left automatic. Now as you have seen that in the drop down list when we were looking at, so first part was city ID, so we'll put 0 and we will put 1 for the city name. What is the effect now? Let's see. Oh great, now the London is appearing. Westminster, Yorkshire, Manchester, very good. Now remember one thing, we'll put London. Remember ID 1, name John, grade 1, fee 2000, cities London. Open the table. Now you can see student name John, city ID 1. Okay, see another effect. Now John is living in Manchester, select Manchester. Okay, save, student John. Oh great, now automatically in the base table the data has been changed for city IDs 4, because if you see here, Manchester is at number 4. So this is what the concept was basically for combo box. Go to properties. Now I will explain it to you. In control source we have written city ID, bound column 1, row source city, which means that whatever data is there in the city ID, that data should be, the code should be stored in student table, not the name itself. Format, this is just for display, so don't get confused that whether now the base table will store the name. We have given hidden, basically we have just hidden the ID number because the user can get confused. So apparently now, as soon as you change the city, the base table data is storing the code only. And this is the basic concept of database normalization, or to reduce redundancy. Now this form provides you much easiness. See, go to form. Now Manchester, now city, country. Okay, we'll repeat the same steps for country as well. Click on country, right click, go to, okay, first we'll change it to combo box. Now imagine, repeat the steps by yourself as well. Combo box, okay. The combo box name is already, this name is country ID, data country ID, row source. Now remember, from where the country names will come? Of course, from country table. Country bound column 1, which means the first column should be bound. Column count 2 to show the ID and the country name. 0, semicolon sign, put 1, 2 or 3, whatever width you want to put it, and save it. Increase a little bit. Okay, now see, form view, country, UK is appearing, US appearing, Japan, China, New Zealand. It's very easy. Now for the first record, remember ID number 1 John, city Manchester, country UK. Country ID 1 is appearing. I will open the country, okay, table as well. Country ID 1 corresponds to UK. Now I will go back to the form. I will change it to Japan. Now tell me, in the country ID of a student table, what code should be there? Yes, you're right. Number 3. Okay, I'll go to here. Now save John. Wow, country ID 3 is, earlier it was 1. Now ID 3, and 3 corresponds to Japan. Go to the form again. Wow, Japan is appearing there. Now for all the records, because we have changed the form layout, so for all the records this layout has been changed. Same will repeat the steps for grade, field, change to combo box, go to properties or press F4 to open this property box. Data, grade ID, control source piece means this field is basically belongs to student table. Control source, from where to bring the grade name? From grade table, bound column 1, format with this semicolon 1. Okay, great. Save, go to form view. The grade 1, oops, we have done some mistake. Let's see what the mistake we have done. Data is grade, row source ID, bound column this one. Okay, column count, yes, we didn't change the column count, so column count should be 2, so it should show 2 columns. Okay, now you can see grade 1, grade 4, very easy. Now the accountant is happy that automatically the grade 2 is appearing, but in the table what's happening? In the table grade ID still, so for John grade ID is 1. Now let's say for first record we will change to grade 7. Okay, save. Now you will see the fact, oh, grade ID is changed to 7. So form is, just imagine, I mean, if you are getting confused, what is form? Form is basically just a window to put the data into the base table. It's just a window. So whatever data you want to enter or you are entering. So the form is based on the table, but giving you a kind of layout where you can design and define the layout as per maybe the static sense of your zone or according to the requirements from the user. Keep in mind, when you are developing a database, you need to have all the prerequisites from the user or from the client, because once you have developed all these steps, if later on any requirement is changed, which means that then you need to change the design of the table, change the design of the form as well, because this information is here. Now if the user requires that, in the first stage he said, okay, give me this data I need to store, but now he says I need to have facts, I need to have any other information like full name, his mobile number, or let's say previous school name. So which means that not only the form, you need to change basically the design of the table, and then you will change the design of the form. At this stage it looks very easy. How much time does it take to change the design of the table? But once you have multiple forms, multiple tables, and joins are there, so it becomes very difficult to change the basis of the database. So always keep in mind, whenever you are going to develop any database, first and foremost you need to have paperwork. Define and design the tables on your paper, ask the requirements, and then according to those requirements you can design your database. So for this session, I think it's enough for this session, that we have created a form. The relationship is there. We created a form, and then we have defined the drop down list by using combo box, and we have seen how the changes are being implemented at the base table. Subscribe to my channel if you want to have more videos. Definitely more videos will be coming up in a short time. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to put any comments. Even the criticism is also welcomed, because I learn through criticism very much. I never ignore a negative comment. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.